we're going to be talking about our favourite Disney signature restaurants that we enjoy when we go to Disney. So first of all, we're going to talk about Narcosis, because we like Narcosis, don't we?
Yeah, I'd say it's probably it's my favourite, I think.
It's mine as well.
Definitely.
Because they do really nice cheesecakes.
Well, it's nice where it is for a start, because it's at the Grand Floridian and it's sort of in a little, what do you call it, like an octagon-shaped building on its own, outside the grounds, right near the water. And if you get a reservation at about, it depends what time of year you go, but just an hour before Magic Kingdom fireworks.
Yeah, because sometimes the fireworks start at 8, don't they? And then sometimes they start at 9.
Yeah, so
you need to have a look. Like if you're in a Disney hotel, just make sure you have a look on their telly, because they have it
basically, if you're going in summer holidays and stuff, it's going to be 9, isn't it? So if you're in the more off-peak months, it'll be at 8 more than likely. So, but just check before you book it. But yeah, the reason for that is they dim the lights, don't they? They put the music on, and you can see the fireworks out the window, or you can go into the veranda.
And they're quite good, really, because I remember before, didn't they let you leave your dinner to go and stand outside the balcony? So yeah, if you finish your dinner and then you want to see the fireworks before dessert, they always sort of say, you can go and watch the fireworks first, don't they? And then you can go back to your dessert after. They'll just wait until you get back seated, and then they'll just dish up your dessert.
So I think most of the times we've gone, we've always got a reservation about 7:15. So by the time the fireworks start, we've usually either just finished our main or desserts sort of just arriving. So it's pretty good timing, I think. So we usually
every time you say dessert, I want to say the almond.
So we spoke about that last time, didn't we? About the cheesecake. There's only one cheesecake better than the Cheesecake Factory, and it's the almond crusted cheesecake.
It is one of the best cheesecakes.
It is, even if no matter how full you are, you've got to have one of them. But you can't share it either. It's not that big.
No. But they do it really nice. It's really nicely decorated, isn't it? It's
if you like almond or almond.
Almond. How do you say it?
I say almond, but
almond.
Everyone laughs at me when I say it. So
why?
Some people say almond.
I say almond.
There's no R in it though; it's an L, so I say almond. Almond. Anyway, if you like almond, it's definitely the cheesecake. It's lovely. It really is really nice. And
it's been around since it's opened, hasn't it?
It's the only because obviously when we ordered it, I think the first time we ever went, the waitress was like, This is the only thing on the menu that's never changed because it's the best, and she was right.
Please go and have it. And
so not only is it in a really nice setting, and you've got the fireworks that you can watch of an evening, it is actually probably, in my opinion, the best food. If you like seafood or steak, then it's pretty good. There's only a small menu, like most of these signature restaurants, because it's more expensive, obviously. So they tend to do a smaller amount of food well.
Yeah, and they do like the kids stuff as well, though, don't they? They do like chicken nuggets and chips or fries.
Georgia ordered s'mores.
Yeah, s'mores for dessert.
As a dessert, it was huge, wasn't it? And she had to make her own. It was pretty good.
Yeah. So you get like the separate marshmallows and the biscuits or crackers, whatever you call them.
So if you're on the dining plan, which we was the last time we went, it's 2 table service credits. So you end up using 2 credits, which isn't ideal if you're only on the plan for a small number of days. Like if you're only staying there for 5 days or something, you use up your table plans quite quick.
It's better to do it when you're having like 2 weeks there, isn't it? Really?
Well,
or a week.
We had a day where the kids were a bit ill, so we just had a easy dinner one night. So we decided to cancel one of our restaurants and use 2 credits instead. And I think it is well worth the 2 credits.
It is, because sometimes when the bill comes to you, it works out so much, but when you think about it, just 2 credits, it's good, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But most of these places we've always paid, because generally if we're on the dining plan, we like to eat a lot, so we don't tend to waste the credits really. We try and use them on order, 1 table service for one. It's only because, like I say, the girls were ill, so we sort of treated ourselves on using. Well, we was going to end up not using a credit otherwise. So So that's why but that's the last time we went there, so it is nice food. So that's probably number one, definitely.
Number one, definitely.
But a strong contender, like almost knocking it off the top, is California Grill.
Yes,
so.
That is at the Contemporary Resort, which you can get to by monorail as well, can't you?
Yeah.
Or drive.
And again, you got the same. You can watch the fireworks from a completely different aspect though, because you're on the top floor of the Contemporary, and there's a big balcony,
isn't there? Yeah, but there's like two bridges. Like you go out one door, but there's two ways to.
Yeah.
There's two like bridges to see them, isn't there? Really, and then there's like another little bit you can see them, but. Yeah, it's definitely worth doing just to watch fireworks.
So,
it's just totally different.
A lot of people would argue that's the best restaurant on Disney property, I think.
It's one.
For me, I just prefer Narcosis, whatever we call it. But
well, you said that the same.
Well, it's got two O's on it. It's like Narcosis, I think it is. But
Narcosis. We just say Narcosis, though.
We pronounce everything wrong, I think. But
what do you mean we?
All right. Well, you pronounce most things wrong, and I'll pronounce a few things wrong. But yeah, Narcosis. Why are we talking about? We've already spoken about that one. We're talking about California Grill. But yeah, it's California Grill does sushi as well, doesn't it? Which
the best
is nice.
Sushi. That is really nice. Well, not the best, but it's really nice sushi.
It's really nice food, basically. Like.
What do you usually have?
Consistently good.
You have like steak.
I've had I think I had the fillet steak.
You always have steak when we go out for dinner, and I always have like a pasta or a lasagna.
I don't always have steak.
No, but most of the time.
Sometimes. It depends, really. In nice restaurants, they tend to do it well, don't they?
Yeah.
I don't have steak everywhere.
We had steak last time, didn't we? Went to California Grill. It was like a steak with
a
sauce. It was like a really nice sauce, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I can't think of what the sauce was. It was just really nice. And then, what did we have for dessert? We had something for dessert that was nice.
Like an apple thing, wasn't it?
I don't know. All I remember was the sushi's really nice.
The sushi's good.
The dinner is nice.
Everything's nice.
Everything's nice in
it's
there.
One of the best. It is one of the best.
And you've got good service in there.
Yeah.
Just like Narcosis, you get good service. And and one of the main reasons is so we can watch fireworks as well.
Yeah.
If you don't want to go to Magic Kingdom and
I think for me the Contemporary is a nice resort, but it's not my favourite. Grand Floridian's a lot nicer place to, like, if you was going on a bit of a date night. I would rather go to
like Valentine's
Narcosis
or an anniversary.
But there is another two restaurants at Grand Floridian. You've got Victorian Albert's, which is like massively expensive.
We've
never been there.
done that.
You have to wear a suit and everything to go in there, I think. And then you've got Citrico's, which
we could have done that when we got married, because you had your suit then, so you could afford your suit when we got.
To be honest, it's too poncy for me, really. I quite like what we like. What's the matter with that?
Nothing. Yeah, I know.
I can't take Kirsty in there, basically, is what I was trying to say. Right, should we move on to the third one? I think we both agree. The Boathouse.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how this is a signature restaurant, to be honest.
I didn't even know it was a signature restaurant until we had to look on the list.
I wouldn't use my table credits on it because it's not expensive, really.
It's quite reasonable.
Yeah, I would just pay for it if you was on the plan, or wait till you're not on it.
Yeah.
Because it's at Disney Springs, and it's just the bread's nice, isn't it? I'd go there just for the bread, really.
Yeah, and if you can, ask to sit out by the dock.
And it overlooks.
It gets quite but it gets quite crowded in there, doesn't it? Like in the indoor.
It's always busy. It's hard to get a reservation there, actually.
Yeah.
But it is really nice. You can get like a lobster. We've had like the lobster to share in there before, which is quite nice. So there's a lot of seafood and steak again. That's a consistent theme here with all the restaurants we go to. But yeah, no, and like we were saying before, I think that the next one's probably paddlefish. Which I think the Boathouse is better than paddlefish.
Let's talk about the Boathouse.
I'm just saying the Boathouse I think is better than paddlefish now.
Do you?
Yeah. Similar restaurants, aren't they? Paddlefish is a bit more quieter.
Yes. Yeah, it's more relaxed, isn't it, in the paddlefish, I think.
Yeah.
But the Boathouse...
So it's more classy as well. So the paddlefish, I can see why it's too, like, a signature. Because it looks like that sort of restaurant. Whereas the Boathouse looks... It's nice. It's very good food, and it's not. But I wouldn't really say it was like a, because most of the signature restaurants are almost like a bit posh, aren't they? Mm-hmm. And the paddlefish sort of looks a bit posh, but the Boathouse don't at all. It
just looks like a casual sort of.
Yeah.
restaurant.
But it is good. And like so, it's probably the best value one on there. If you're paying.
We've had many good times in there, haven't we? Do you
Yeah.
remember it poured down the train once? And we was outside, wasn't we? And they actually, the waiters were really good, weren't they? They made sure that we was seated inside. So they made room for us, even though it was quite crowded when we got moved.
Well, it was halfway through a meal, wasn't it?
Halfway through a meal, but but I mean,
I don't know
they
why we
dealt
sat
with it
outside.
very well.
It was like really cloudy and that when we went out.
Yeah, and our poor buggy was the only buggy. So you have to leave your buggies outside, we have to leave the buggies, don't we, in that restaurant? Yeah,
every restaurant.
But this, see, we haven't actually had this conversation on camera yet.
Have we?
No, because it was in our blooper video, like the first video.
Yeah.
So, this is now where Jim's going to tell you about the buggy situation.
I'm telling them,
Or, well, you're the one that sort of gets a bit more sort of like...
Well, it just annoys me that
it
you
is
can't...
annoying.
Like,
it is annoying.
Anywhere in England, if you took your buggy in there, stroller, whatever you want to call it, and the child's in it and like half asleep, they wouldn't even ask you, they're just out there. Considering it's the place where you're meant to take children, and it's all surrounded... But even getting on the bus, like, if the kid's asleep on the buggy, you can't just put them on the bus. You have to take them off, hold the buggy up. It's really, really annoying.
Yeah, so if you're taking kids in buggies or wheelchair, like this, but what is it like with the disabled?
Disabled? It's like the opposite to England. It's like they roll a red carpet out for you. It's like the best thing ever. Like, they're really, really good for disabled
people. But with the kids with buggy... Oh, I can't talk.
Like, they do
kids in the buggies.
Really well. But kids in buggies, yeah, well, obviously they're not disabled, but you don't
say
really want to wake kids up to get them out of the buggy when you're going for a meal.
You get the odd restaurant that will say, bring them in. But I think it depends how busy the restaurant is, though, as well. Like, if you have, like, a quiet restaurant, I think they probably will let you take them in the buggy so they can sleep. Like, we've been
you can force them into it, eventually.
Yeah. Like, we've had that restaurants in Disney Springs before where they've said, come and, like, bring them in.
It just seems an effort. When you say, we want to bring the buggy in, it's like, okay. It's not like here, where they just, like, whack a chair out of the way and stick you in the like
I do
everything. So
it
does. You feel like you're an inconvenience to them because you've got a buggy. Like, they don't like it. I don't know why. It's odd.
No, and then like what you say about the bus situation, you have to take, but that'll be on another story.
Yeah. But anyway, paddlefish. We have taken buggy in there every time.
Yeah, paddlefish is really good for taking buggies.
Yeah, they're not too bad. And it's not the easiest restaurant to put a buggy in either.
I think it's because it's quite spaced out though, isn't it? Like the seating arrangements is quite spaced out.
Yeah, but paddlefish would have been my number one favourite restaurant if it was still Fulton's Crab House.
Oh, here we go.
I really liked it. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I think it was because it was the first time I ever had crab in a restaurant. And it was really nice. And the waiter peeled it for me, didn't he? Do you remember?
Yeah, we remember the waiter. He was bald, very tall. I swear he had like really dark eyebrows. And he had like white gloves on. He had like a...
Yeah, they used to dress up like sailors.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was I felt like I was on the Titanic or something when I was having dinner in there. Now it's just very modern.
Very modern, very white. I know what you mean. It's taken away what was we talking about? Nostalgia. Last time, yeah.
So yeah, but it's still very good food. We like the mahi with crab fried rice. We've had that like last 2 times.
Yeah, so that is really nice. That is our recommended dish for you to eat.
Yeah.
So nice, isn't it?
So,
and the bread as well. You get the bread for the beginning. With what butter? Because that butter's different, isn't it? It's not butter.
It's like cinnamon butter or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cinnamon.
Is it?
I think it is cinnamon. Lovely.
To be honest, that's why every restaurant you go to has got a different sort of butter in it. That's the odd thing about them as well. But
the best one's at Universal. But that's another story. Got so many stories to go.
Goes on about that all the time.
I have to have it all the time.
I don't like anything else in that restaurant either. But anyway.
Let's not talk about that one.
So the next one...
That's paddlefish.
We've already spoken about paddlefish.
Yeah, but let's talk about it a bit more.
What
There's a lift.
Oh wow, a lift in a restaurant. Isn't that amazing?
Some people want to know.
Yeah, it's a lovely lift. It can fit 2 people in it.
So if you've got like push chairs and that, or wheelchairs, they'll take you straight up.
Can't believe we're talking about the lift.
Okay, let's not talk about the lift now.
Not...
Right, okay, so, and they've got a good balcony as well, so if you just want to go there for a drink...
Oh yeah, on the top roof.
You forgot about that, didn't you?
I did.
We've done that a few times. Wasn't that when your mum came on holiday and we sort of just left
Yeah,
the
me and you.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice little bar on the roof. It's expensive, but then again, I don't think that every drink's expensive out there, isn't it? Alcoholic wise.
So it's paddle fridge. Paddle fridge. Paddle fridge. It's a paddle fish, 2 table credits as well.
Yeah, we already. All of these restaurants are, aren't they? That's what we're talking about, isn't it? Just want to widen the. Should we move on to Gico now?
What is that?
Should we move on to Gico?
Let's move on to Gico.
So Gico, we've only ever been there once.
We've only been there once.
Yeah.
So Gico is one
Animal
that
Kingdom
I really
Lodge.
like.
We stayed there and it's lovely.
Love Animal Kingdom Lodge. It's one of our favourite hotels at Disney. But Gico is the one where you can sit down and then you see like the giraffes at the window. Because it's got the birds on the ceiling.
You don't see giraffes at the window there.
I've seen them.
Well, it was probably a fake one because it sits by the swimming pool bit and it's got like a little.
I swear there was a restaurant.
Sonar, was
it Sonar?
Yeah, that's
oh,
not,
okay.
not
So
Sonar.
I apologise. It is not Gico.
You do not see giraffes at the window unless there's a giraffe on the loose.
You see birds on the ceiling, though.
They're not real birds. That's just the design of the restaurant.
I know.
So no, it's at the not the basement, the lower ground of the Animal Kingdom Lodge. You've got Boma on one side, which is like a buffet restaurant, and then it's probably the best buffet restaurant you've ever go to. And then Gico is on the right. So yeah, basically the window seat you're looking at. They've got like a nice little waterfall garden.
I think I had seafood there as well.
You had a seafood curry, I think.
Seafood curry, yeah. Had like mussels in, and I think that was the first time I ever had mussels.
I think I had steak with macaroni cheese.
Just have the steak when you go to these restaurants. If you like steak, have the steak.
Yeah, so I'd say it's very nice food, but it's like African cuisine, isn't it? So it's nice, but it's also got to be to your taste, I would have thought.
That restaurant's quite spaced out as well, so that's quite a relaxed restaurant.
It's never that busy either.
It's never, yeah.
So it's easy to get a reservation, but it's like again, it's expensive for what it is as well.
Maybe
but it is nice food. And then I think the only other one we've been to Flying Fish, which is at the Boardwalk, which is.
See, I'm a little bit with that.
Boardwalk's very nice.
Boardwalk is absolutely lovely. Like even just to go there, just to walk around.
So it's very nice at the Boardwalk. We went at about 7, maybe 6:30.
If you don't know where the Boardwalk is, it's like right near Epcot, so you can actually walk to Epcot from the Boardwalk.
Well, that's what I was going to say. We went about 6:30. We probably finished about 7:30, and we managed to run over to Epcot for 8 for Epcot fireworks, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously you can walk out towards the Boardwalk rather than towards the gate like everybody else. So it's quite a nice way of watching the fireworks without having to queue up to get out of the car park and everything because you're at the Boardwalk already.
Yeah, and it isn't really a long walk either.
So it's worth it just to get that.
That was the walk.
And the restaurant's nice if you like fish.
That was the walk. Do you remember you had your shorts on? The time when we went in January when it was really cold weather, well, really cold as in 20,
I remember that.
24 degrees?
60 something
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit.
Yeah, so he was walking in his shorts and he had like some American Floridian guy or whatever. He was like, what did he say to you?
It was an old woman, I think.
Was it a woman?
Yeah.
I thought it was a bloke.
They weren't talking to me, they were talking to each other. They were just like, oh my God, he's wearing shorts and it's in the 60s. I was just like, not that cold.
It's got that cold from Alex,
Went
baby.
swimming the next day. Blizzard Beach to myself. It was lovely.
Yeah. But talking about the flying fish, you had. See, I didn't really like what you had.
I can't even remember what I had now.
You had like an octopus.
No, that
leg.
was just one part of it. I had like a.
But I don't know what it
grill
is.
of
I don't
fish.
know what it is about the tentacles. They really like creep me out. So I was eating my dinner, looking at this thing staring at me, and it sort of put me off. Like I don't even know what I had for dinner. I had like a flounder fish.
Shit flounder. I thought it was nice, but I think you've got to really like fish to want to go because I have heard that, but they do like a short rib and they do something like another steak or something, which I've heard are very good. Yeah, but most of it is seafood. So if you like seafood and fish, then
I think we should give it another go.
It is a very good restaurant and it's quite new, I believe, or it's got a new chef or something. So
see, I think we should give it another go because that's one restaurant that I can't really remember well. But he likes it, don't you? I sort of
Problem is,
I need to eat in there again. Really.
Problem is, you can't eat it like all of these in the same holiday because you'd have no money left. So we tend to pick like one or two, don't we?
But I would say.
And then when you got struggle to pick one or two, like well, Boathouse I wouldn't really consider to be that expensive. Depends what you have. You could just go in there and have a burger and chips for dinner, and it'd be $30. So I don't really consider that expensive. But Narcosis.
It's probably one of.
We didn't go there for a few years, and then we went back. This last trip we went on in February, and it was really nice, wasn't it? So
brought back old memories.
I think I'd probably choose that as one of them, and then
definitely Narcosis for number 1.
And then I don't
California Grill for number 2.
Yeah, but that's like a once every now and then. That's the most expensive one of them all, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing that cheap on the menu. Even if you wanted to go there and have something like Narcosis. If you was paying and you like pasta, you can go. There's a pasta dish that's like $35, I think. You have it.
How do
mostly.
you know all this? So this is why I need you in my videos, because I will not know.
Because you have that every time, pretty much, and then I can have something really expensive, like Surf and Turf or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think California Grill has probably got the most expensive menu. Like the cheapest thing on it is probably like $45.
It's very romantic in there though. If you go in of an evening, like they dim the lights. Oh, and talking about the fireworks, can you say this? That they do play it. They do play it in the restaurant. So if you're thinking, oh, fireworks, there's not going to be no music. They play it for the restaurant.
They do, and I think just to go back to Narcosis, which is, I think we agree, is number 1. Because it's at the Grand Floridian, you can make a night of it at the Grand Floridian. So you can watch the fireworks. If you get there early, I can't remember the times, but there's like a band, isn't there? All the old blokes that sing songs.
Yeah, they're really good.
There's
a piano player
as well.
as well.
I think he comes on again quite late as well. So if you've had your dinner, watch the fireworks, you can then sit in the lobby and the pianist
You can check on your
comes
phone now. If you type in on your phone, they tell you what times they're going to come on and that. Because they do it quite a few times during the day. It's not just of an evening.
So I'd say that's the best all-rounder because it's nice in the Grand Floridian anyway, just to sit in the lobby or have a little look around. They've got like quite a nice little shop in there and stuff, haven't they? So that's definitely the number 1, I think. If you had none others, if you had to choose one to go to, that would be the one I would go to, I think.
That's it. That's our favourite restaurants.
Favourite signature
restaurant, sorry. The professional is speaking.
So yes, they're the 2 table service credits if you're on the plan.
Just
or the more expensive, basically. But if we can be bothered to do another video, we could do the.
We are doing another video.
We could do the single table service credit restaurants that we like, which is there loads of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've got loads to talk about the single credit ones. Okay, so yeah, that's it. If you would like to like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll do another video soon. Bye. She's beeping, that's annoying, and now I just keep talking.
Why am I still talking? Oh dear.